Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.
Herzlich willkommen an die deutsche Community zum Saisonstart der Manske Racing Porsche Cup. Das erste Rennen findet in Deutschland auf den legendären Nürburgring in der Grand Prix-Variante statt. Mal sehen, ob nicht vielleicht ein deutscher Fahrer hier den Heimsieg für die deutsche Community einfangen kann. Ich wünsche allen Fahrern viel Erfolg, viel Spaß an die Zuschauer und lasst doch gerne ein Like und ein Abo da.
Hola a todos, sean bienvenidos a la fecha 1 de nuestro Manske Porsche Cup, presentado por GT Champions. El día de hoy estamos desde Nürburgring, en el trazado del Gran Premio para esta fecha inaugural. Gracias al apoyo de Manske, Origin Micro, no olviden suscribirse y dar like y compartir.
Welcome, everybody. GT Champions is back, and it is time for the Porsche Cup. Here we go. We are at Nürburgring GP course for round 1, and it was fitting actually to have our buddy Till, our live race steward, do the first introduction with the German car and the German track or something like that. But anyway, so we are here. It's round 1. Big shout out to our sponsor, Origin Micro, for sponsoring us, of course. It is time for the first round in this wonderful car. Incredibly difficult to drive Porsche Cup car. This thing is fun. We'll talk about it in a second. But the Nürburgring GP course, very popular race course. The other part of this that is like 9 miles longer is the Nordschleife. We will not be going there. That would be way too hard. But we got 15 turns here on this track with some iconic sections of the track where we're going to see a lot of overtakes in braking zones, a lot of overtakes in slipstream. It'll be very interesting and a very interesting car to drive because and I did pick this track to be our first round track for obvious reasons. We're going to start this series off with a bang with the German car on a German track. It'll be a lot of fun. If you've ever driven on this race course, there are a couple different layouts of in this short course, not including the Nordschleife. There's a shorter version of it. There's one that cuts out a couple of the corners. But we don't play games like that here at GT Champions. You're going to drive this whole thing, all 15 corners of it. Should be a lot of fun. All right, let's see. We are going to... Okay, so let's talk about this car. I want to tell you about this car because this car is a blast and a half. We're talking 560-something horsepower. Doesn't weigh a lot, but it's a naturally aspirated flat 6. And this thing puts out some juice, baby. This thing is fun to drive. Unless you don't know how to use braking without ABS and traction control, because this car has neither of those two things. So these drivers are going to have to use their brakes like without any assists. It's going to be tough. We're going to see a lot of tires smoking it up into braking zones. We're going to see some cars lose the back end as they get under throttle because they mash it too hard, and the car is going to come around. It's going to be so much fun. So if you've ever driven the GT3R version of this car, it's got all the bells and whistles. This one is basically like the nerfed up one, or the harder to drive one. I don't know how you want to lay it out there, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. And in the Porsche, yay! I love it. So let's see. Guess who's all here, everybody? It's all of us. We're all back again. It's been a bit since we were here for the F4 Cup. Now it's time to get the season off with a bang. I am Chris. I will be doing our play-by-play today and race direction. And Jason Jeter, he goes by Fry, is there with us in the booth. Fry, you there, guy?
As always, ready to get this thing started.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Of course, Till is here. Hi, Till.
Hello.
So I have no idea what Till told all of you at the beginning of the race, but if he was talking bad about me, it's all a lie.
He says, watch out for this guy's pronunciation of Porsche.
He's probably apologizing for my uncultured swine reference to how to say the word.
I heard you say it, and that was beautiful. Beautiful.
There we go. And there's Pix. He's here taking care of all of the beautiful things we see and capturing all of the action. And Itan is out there doing what he does best, making us look good somewhere to everyone he talks to. That's what Itan does. So anyway, that's all of us. We're going to be talking to you guys today and sharing out all kinds of cool stuff about how our race is going to go along today. We have 40 drivers in this thing. 42 maybe. I think we have 42 drivers, I think, that have shown up. But in any case, so Luke Manske Racing Performance is our series sponsor for our second season of the Porsche Cup. And folks, you got to get to know this guy. Stick around. We'll be having him in the broadcast booth one of these days. He'll be out on the racetrack today. I do see him out there, so he is going to be racing, and we'll take a look at it when we can find a way to not give him a commentator's curse for it, and we don't want to let him know what's happening because, well, we don't. But anyway, these guys they do both sim racing gear, like custom made sim rigs and stuff with like authentic car parts and stuff, and real life motor racing stuff. And we'll talk more about that later on in the broadcast. Plus, we'll have another. Nope, I'm not going to say it. I was almost going to leak it. I'm not going to do it. All right. Anyway, so check him out. And yeah, so thanks, Luke Manske, for taking care of us on this season of the Porsche Cup. All right, we're going to be, there will be a point, folks, where I'm going to step out and do a quick driver meeting with everybody. And we just got to wait for the qualifiers to end on that. But we have some pretty fast folks out there, you guys. We have a driver with an 8K iRating that is in here. That's Baptiste Jimenez from France. But he's going to have plenty of people around him to keep him busy. He may pull away, but it's an hour-long race. Drivers get to pit whenever they want to pit, or not even pit at all. If they can go the whole distance on the same tires and fuel, hey, it's up to them. We have made this series a driver series. Do whatever you want. Just don't hit other cars. That's all we ask.
So we will be getting ready to go, and I'm interested to see, as we've seen other series where there's that one guy, everybody knows he's fast, he's probably going to run away, but he doesn't always win the race. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Everybody be chasing the top guy. And oh yeah, and Baptiste Jimenez is the guy we're talking about. Very fast. He will lead us off. Tobias Sek is also very quick, so we've seen him in other series as well. They will be your front row. Starting third is Leon Close. Austin Cobb is in fourth. Lorenzo Sanat. I'm going to do my best with the names, so we'll go with Lorenzo for now in 5th, David Griffin in 6th, Andre Duna in 7th, Pascal Wevel in 8th. I'm sure I'll get that one right a little later on. Probably Vevel, but it's weird because it's a W and a Y. I never know what the pronunciation is on their syllables sometimes. It looks like our grid's frozen up at the moment. I'll work on getting this guy in 5th's name. Oh, there we go. See, as soon as I try to get it. Oh, no, another fast guy right there in 11th is Roy O'Shea. Alexander Tite in 9th. Vance Varga in 10th. O'Shea in 11th. Anthony Lamer in 12th. Tim Conley 13th. Jonathan Schwartz, also fast, 14th. Matthew Mai in 15th. Jordan Navarro 16th. Patrick Rich in 17th. Nicholas Gomez in 18th, Florian Horvath in 19th, Martin, I think that's Bruck in 20th. I'm gonna like saying his name. Jarmo in 21st, Gamby Stefan in 22nd. Jumping on us a little bit. 23rd is Michael Cook Jr., Rafael Rodriguez in 24th, Jamie Fleming in 25th, Alexander Ledwig in 26th, Matthew Hatton 27th, Valentine in 28th, Steve Susanna 29th, Steve Earwig, I just called him Earwig, Ewing in 30th. There's a lot of people, man. We have 8 more. Wyatt Roberts in 31st, Michael Piccanini in 32nd, Luke Manske in 33rd. I think we know that guy. Frank Port in 34th, Alexander Carver 35th, Robin in 36th. We'll get to that name later. Goblin Dolt in 37th. Morgan Smith, 38th, way in the back, and Pierre Cousin, 39th, Nick Delarosa, 40th, and rounding out your field is Nate Kurtzman in 41st. That's not bad. I made it through 41 and only messed up like 4 names.
We're about to go green. Yes, let's go. Let's go.
We've got an hour to work on the names. They've got an hour to work on the race. Looks like somebody might be getting a heck of a jump start. I'm not sure what just happened.
Yeah, he was supposed to wait for the green lights.
Yeah, lights did not come on. Everybody scatters out going into turn 1. This is a hairpin turn. And full wide going into turn 1. That is not going to work out. Let's see how everything shakes.
Somebody went off there in the back.
Look at that. Yep, somebody's around in turn 1. Not sure who that was. A couple of cars. Everybody dodges around, trying to be as clean as they can. Going almost 2-3 wide through those first couple corners. Jimenez right now with a bit of a jump at the start, but looks like, I don't know if he waited up maybe to let the field catch back up. We'll see how that works out. Tobias second, close in third. Also, guys, 3 different. Oh, big melee in the back. Huge wreck.
Wow,
looks
look
like
at that.
4 cars involved. Stay, do not move, do not cut out in front of somebody. We want to avoid that. One guy is in a hurry to go, the other's trying to go. Sometimes getting the cars back in gear can be a little panicky as you're trying to get moving. Jimenez still out front. Tobias second, close in third. Cobb 4th. O'Shea in 5th. O'Shea with a jump all the way from 11th to 5th right at the start on the first lap. Oh, just a crazy start right now, but everybody's singled out. 3 different classes, as I said, Pro-Am, and Am. Everybody will, for the most part, start together. Oh, somebody's off track. Getting back on. That was craziness at the start. I can't believe they were all able to get single file. And I'll guarantee you they all want to breathe right now and take a breath and just get this lap completed and start the second one. The straightaway gives you a little time to breathe as you go back into turn 1 and kind of get yourself situated.
You know, Fry, as we were going through that first lap, there's a little feed that tells us who's passing who, and that thing was scrolling like it was the end of the world. That's like so many people were going around each other. It was crazy.
I know it says live timing, but sometimes you can't make sense of it in the moment.
Yeah. And we shared a link in the broadcast. So if you want to keep an idea of all of the cars in specific classes or where your favorite driver is, you can click that link and go there, and you can watch the live timing to see how they're doing in their class.
And this is probably the largest field we've seen that we've had. We've broadcasted on. We are going to do our best to keep up with all the action. As you see, we've got David Griffin live on cam in the High Prix livery, one of our High Prix drivers. You see the concentration that right now he has got to use, not just to drive his car, but to try to pass someone and not get passed in the process. Really does. Oh, big old snap of the wheel there from David. Hopefully he doesn't have us on speaker in the background. But if you do, hey, David!
Don't distract him. He needs to drive.
I think this is
lot.
On board. This is live with Nick De Rosa, who is doing his best. And we know Nick. He's a good driver. He's very clean. Tries to be fast, but I think this car has given him a little bit of trouble, and he's going to do his best to stay out of everybody's way, in his own words, and keep it on track and not hit anybody or get off the track limits. And we always appreciate anybody that comes out just to race. That's the fun of it.
Yep, and I'll tell you this: once you're underway in the car, it feels just like the GT3 car. Like the way it handles, the way it turns is very similar. It doesn't have quite as much aero on it exactly. I mean, it is a GT3 class car. It's just the Cup version, which doesn't have ABS or traction control. So when you're coming into your braking zones, that's where this car is wickedly different. But for the most part, and I've driven this car a bunch, it's not that much different when you're behind somebody, when you're going through the corners and stuff. It's just anytime you're getting your foot anywhere near that brake pedal, that's when things get a little bit crazy.
So right now, Jimenez, as we talked about, was this guy that is super fast. He's got a very high rating in the iRacing system, which means he is a really good driver. He's only 1.2 ahead of Tobias Sek right now. Close is just a couple seconds back. So our top three still together in the pro class, but in the also overall. Duna in the Pro-Am just a little bit ahead of, now I'm going to try this name, Sione?
That's what sounds
good
right?
To me. Yeah, we'll go with Sione and Griffin a few seconds behind them. So we're seeing a little bit of separation. Now, Ewing, who I will apologize for calling Earwig during the grid, as I'm going through 40 drivers, and that's a lot of people. So Mr. Ewing has now gone up 10 seconds over Mr. Fleming, and Kurtzman, who was last, was started on the grid 41st. Not sure where he's running overall, but he is in third place in his class right now. So he has gained a lot of spots at the start. And I'm sure a few guys from the back gained, as we saw a 3 to 4 car pileup. Looked like out of turn 6. Not sure which turn they were quite on yet, as that field was massive coming to the start. That was a large grid. How they made it through turn 1
not even our
full
full
wide.
grid, buddy. We have over 60 drivers registered for this series, and 7 of them said they weren't able to make it. So just imagine all those extra cars on there. That is a Porsche Cup properly done, folks. That's what you see in real life. You see that many cars all together. And I just was hoping not to see something like the Miata race at Daytona. I did not want to see that happen at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, we'll have to.
John Schwartz. Oh, sorry. I'll finish up real quick. John Schwartz, arguably one of the fastest drivers we've had around, fighting his way through 9th. Right. So there is a giant this pro class. They came to race. There are some fast dudes in here, and it's great to see them. And these two just were like trying to figure their way out. And there's that little green car from DG back there going, "Can y'all decide on something? I'm going to take it from both of you."
And not to mention, we just watched Rory O'Shea kind of walk away with our F4 series. And we see him making his way from the back and not running out front and leading away. So we're seeing fast drivers that we've seen from other series kind of run toward the back now, and we're starting to see a pace of drivers increase and increase. We only have 10 AM drivers. Most of the drivers that we have are Pro-Am, but not by much over the pros. So, you know, a lot of people that have joined racing leagues and like to do this, it doesn't take long to get that rating up and start learning these cars and these tracks. And especially if you're on a team, you'll get a lot of advice from your team and also just a ton of help. And we've seen one of our guys, Patrick Rich, start to improve. And now that he has a livery on the car, because we have talked about the livery does make it faster. But these drivers do improve, and it's just so awesome to see the competition just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, these cars are going to be the great equalizer for a lot of the drivers out there. It's really easy. No, okay, I take that back. It's not easy, but it is much easier to drive a car where you can just slam your foot on the brake pedal and let the ABS do all the work for you, right? This one is a very delicate balance. There's often times where you might move that brake pedal 1/4 of an inch most. Oh no, around goes, who was that? The number 36. I think that was a 36 on his car. Was that Alexander Teicht? He was the one fighting with John Schwartz, I think, for a spot.
Yeah.
Oh, John Schwartz now making some moves here on his teammate TJ. He just like,
Whoa!
oh no! Was that Tim? Oh, what happened to him?
Tim Conley.
He's been around here for a long time. Did he get help, or was that all on him? Oh yeah, he got a little snap. He got a little snap. Oh, he's trying to keep it together.
Just a little too much going in.
Yep. Oh, don't roll back. Oh, you gotta watch out there. But at least he didn't hit a wall. He can keep on going, so that's good.
A sigh of relief as he puts it back in gear.
I think I looked at how many countries. You know what? I'm gonna go grab the details. We have, I think, 11 countries. I think it may be more than that are represented in here.
I mean, just on screen we've got 7, so that is super awesome.
Yeah.
This is truly a World Cup.
And it's, you know, as Chris was saying, with the dynamics of the car, as far as no ABS, no traction control, it is all on you. This car would be my Achilles.
Yeah. 19 countries registered. This is about as international as it gets. That is awesome. So, folks, again, we got Origin Micro. Here's our global sponsor here for GT Champions. Appreciate all that they do to help bring these cars and these races to life. And go check them out, originmicro.com. You can email them, sales@originmicro.com. You can ask for Don, and you can tell him GT Champions sent you. Or talk to any of the crew there, because they've all been excellent. As a matter of fact, I have been in contact with them for business-related items about 3 times this week. So they're a go-to for us. I don't have any affiliation with them other than this, folks, in case you were wondering. No, I don't have stock in the company or any. I don't even think it is a traded company. But in any case, I really like them. We got together, we met up. They like what we're doing. We like what they're doing. So we got married, and we had a baby called the Origin Micro global sponsorship. So. Okay, I think I took that a little too far. I'll go ahead and move on to the next thing. But anyway, go check them out, folks. Origin Micro helping us make all of our broadcasts and all of our series come to life. So appreciate them. Whew. Things have slowed down a little bit. Cars have paced out now. And keep in mind, folks, like I said earlier, these drivers may or may not pit. I mean, they will if they have damage, I'm sure. But this car's, as far as the fuel is concerned, can go the full hour. Whether the tires handle it or whether they handle it, it's entirely up to them. So it'll be interesting to see just how these drivers manage their way through the race. And Fry's taking a much needed break. I think he was hyperventilating. He had a lot to freaking say and follow through those opening laps. That was a lot happening all at once. So thanks, Fry, buddy.
Always, man. Trying to keep up with these guys can be a challenge.
Yeah. Speaking of
Liking
keeping
the
up with
chrome
these
car
guys,
too, by the way.
Yep. He's only got about a 3-second gap to Tobias. Tobias was he was around quite a bit during the GT3 Open. I think he was in the last Porsche Cup too. Was he in the last Porsche Cup, Till? Do you remember?
Jimenez?
No,
I
Tobias
don't think
Heck.
so.
Oh, I don't remember.
It may have been. Maybe it was the GT3 Open that he first showed up at. I'm not sure. Which
Yeah.
one,
I think it was the GT3 Open.
yeah. So, I kind of expected this guy was going to grab the pole and get some open track. Maybe not as much open track as he actually had when he started the race. And folks, I will be having a discussion with him after the race about the starting of a race. Thought I made it clear, but I guess he got a little too excited coming out of the final corner, trying to get the field to go. And everybody else was like, we know how this works. We're all staying side by side. Frank Porte in 9th in the pro class, challenging. Oh, that's David Griffin, right in front of him.
No.
Oh,
That might have been a touch.
that might have been. This is where, see, folks, our Till being our live steward, he is he's the one that's going to be looking at incidents as he can. But the drivers are responsible for turning in their own incident reports for something happens on track, because there's not a chance in the world. We would have to go and get Till from the hospital every weekend after the race from the heart attack of trying to look at every incident that happens on the racetrack. So he's looking at the ones that are obvious that maybe he would do a black flag for and assign a penalty. Otherwise, that will be done after the race. So we don't hear from him too often. Occasionally he'll pop in and say, guys, there's a thing. So we'll get there.
Listen, here's a name I'm going to like to say, Robin Schwinders.
Schwingers?
Schwinders. Schwinders.
Yep.
I'm going to be past my age trying to say that one right.
That's funny.
I don't want to call him a schwinger, but it does say schwinger.
I know that the country song in my head came up and we were swinging. Anyway, I'm sorry.
We'll have to pull a little Austin Powers swing every time he passes somebody.
Every time he passes someone. That's awesome. Andre Duna gets up to the Pro-Am lead. There we go. Andre Duna in the F4 Cup did a really good job. He was always up near the front, unless he got caught up in something. But he and Koztek and a couple other guys were always up there at the front battling it out. Well, Rory was always up front, but like these guys were the other up front people that were up there all the time. So it'd be nice to see how he's doing in a GT car. Clearly, he's doing pretty good. That's a great view of the car, Pix. I like it. This car, man, I tell you, it is so much fun to drive. And one of the things that the drivers have to have figured out in this car is the braking. That is probably 80% of driving this car during this series is understanding the braking. And they better have that brake bias dial sitting on that wheel, because as that car, remember, this car's engine's in the rear. Well, technically it's considered a mid-engine car. Oof. It's technically a mid-engine car, but it is in the rear of the car, and the fuel cell is up in the front. And so when that tank is full of gas, you've got weight on those front tires. Make it a little easier to keep the tires from locking up, because you'll get a little bit more weight on them. But trust me, from my personal experience in this very car and doing testing, when that tank gets about half empty, that brake bias needs to go a little bit more to the rear of the car, because those front tires want to lock up even more. So it's it's a balancing act with this car. It's a real proper racer's race car, that's for sure. Uh-oh, what's wrong?
And if you're like me and you love to slam on the brakes and you're heavy on the brakes, this is not going to be fun for you.
This is not your car. Yeah, Alexander Ledwig. Oh no, Steve Ewing. What happened to Steve? Somebody's got damage on that Hypre car next to him.
Oh, somebody was just going sideways.
Now, this is our AM leader. You can tell by the yellow mirrors, folks. Oh, there's the brake lockup. There's the brake lockup. No! Dang it.
And once you lock them up, you are along for the ride. It will just slide.
Go, Steve. Steve Ewing's been around with us since I think the Ferrari Challenge. He's been around here a long time. And does he still keep his oof? He was having such a good race.
Must have had the dreaded interior damage. Everybody can just move on with a little bodywork damage, but not when somebody takes out your rear tire.
Yeah, if you got that problem happening, it's tough. And
So
real quick, for the folks that are watching right now, the cars have a well, they're supposed to. We're sorting it out later. We're not doing anything about it during this first round, but the cars with the yellow mirrors and the yellow windscreen banner edges, those are your AM cars. Just like we have on the standing tower to the left is the orange, and then the blue mirrors and whatnot are your pro-ams, and the reds are your pros. So if you're trying to figure out who on earth is in front or behind you, there is a sticker on the bumper of each car also to indicate the class. And we gave them all a name in the sim so that drivers can know who's ahead and behind them. So we've done everything we could to make these drivers aware of who they're racing around. Because see, there you go. There's the blue mirrors, the blue trim around the banner, and on the back of the car there's a sticker. But also the drivers in front, they all have a name of or a classification in front of their name. So when the drivers are looking at their relative board, they'll know if the driver in front or behind them is in the same class as them or not. So they know whether or not to battle them or defend from them or just let them go by or however it's going to work. So we're doing our best, right, Pix? We do what we can to try to give the drivers as much chance at success and information so that they can have the best driving experience.
we just need to tell them, use your blinkers. That's what's important. That's what's going to put them above the rest.
Yep.
Nigel
shows up. Oh, I said it first.
I will go back and check the tape.
We are at 41 drivers that started this race, and all 41 are still here. There's a couple of them that are in the pits. Actually, no, it looks like 2 of them may have ended the race. I don't see their time going. Last lap we had 41 all going. We're down to 39 after a little incident there. So yeah, it was quite an interesting start to the race. I tell you what.
And if you see the track map, even the timing is having trouble keeping up because there is not just one little smidgen of track where there's not a car on it. They are just all over the place, everywhere on this track right now. Uh-oh. Whoa, that was somebody off.
That was the new guy.
Well, that's a lot of damage. That is not towing the correct way. There you go.
It's Gavin. Was he did he get run into by somebody? Oh, that was from earlier. That was the earlier race. Okay. Yeah, Rafael Rodriguez in his I think he pretty much makes the same livery for any car he's in. It's the yellow with Brazilian colors, right? So I love it. Is that Luke? There's Luke Manske right there. He is we never said Luke Manske was a pro-rated race driver. He's really good in the real world and doing the fabrications and creating everything that's needed for drivers to be successful in sim racing and in real world racing.
He's still on the
fabricating
podium.
their own stuff.
He's still on the podium now.
He is. Oh wait, look at that. He is.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Look at that. Look at podium places. Not bad, Luke. Livery looks pretty good too. if I do say
Slowly
so
making his
myself.
way up. Just keep it on the track. That's
Yep.
the big thing. Just keep it on the track.
Yep. Don't run into stuff. Ooh, that was a 4 position right there. That was over Rory. Was that over Rory?
Oh no, I want you to say his name. Say his name.
I don't remember his name. I don't want to say
It's
it. Don't you put that on
it's
me.
Pascal. Weyel. What you got?
Oh. Whoa. Okay, which car are we talking about? You guys have me confused. That one?
Right there.
Pascal
6th place.
Pascal Weyel?
Go Till.
Alexander
Go Till.
Kite? Oh. Till's probably busy right now looking at things. Let's give
I'll
him a break.
take tries on the name here to see if we can get it right. We all know I'm not going to get it right. It's going to take me 6 races.
I say Veyel.
I would
Yeah.
say
with
Weyel.
the V?
Weyel, I would say, but I don't know it 100%.
Okay.
Well, because you guys remember Alexander Vevers, and we all know that's spelled with a W.
Yep. But maybe it's like English and they just have stuff that doesn't make sense too. Whoa! Who was that?
And all you got to do is
Schwingers? No, that wasn't Schwingers.
all you got to do is put a hyphen over it, and it'll
Florian.
make sense.
Oh, Florian! I forgot he's back. Hey, Florian. Hi. Yeah, big Origin micro livery. Yeah, I remember he showed me that. He's like, "Is this okay?" I'm like, "That is more than okay."
Yeah.
I know a sponsor that's probably going to be super excited
That's
about
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that say on his rear bumper? Is that one of those things? If you can read this, I need a sponsor here or something. One of those things he does.
Probably. He's always had a very good livery taste, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm also a guy that likes to put
Florian
stuff like that on his car.
Horvath.at. Florian Horvath.at.
Yeah, it's Austria.
All right. Oh, Austria. Okay. Somebody needs to go and see what that is. We got to go see. I'm going to put it in chat.
Yeah, he's
Florian.
driving karts in real life.
Horvath.at, right?
It's
Okay.
his OF.
It's his what?
OF.
I thought we were gonna be. No, I'm just kidding. I have never one time ever gone to that. I was like, I am too afraid to go to that page because I don't want to see what I know is supposed to be there. So I'm
Fry,
just
send
gonna
him your
avoid that.
profile. Fry, send him your
I
profile.
know,
Send me
right?
your profile, Fry. I don't
Dude,
wanna
I've
see
sent
it.
my profile to him like 3 times. He refuses to click on it.
I mean, Chris, you don't have to watch the pics. Just subscribe to Fry's OF.
Oh, there we go. My vision of Fry's OnlyFans would be cut off jeans, shorts, a tank top, boots, and I don't know,
And
halter top.
in a game of cornhole.
Don't. Okay, we're gonna move on now. That's gross. All right, so Roy O'Shea's made his way up to 5th place. Now, let me tell you, our biggest mover is currently running in P15 on the track. Robin Schwangers has gained 21 positions in this race so far. 21. Yes, Schwing.
Yeah, I need a new sound effect.
You do need it. You really do.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square.
Okay, so that's. Oh my gosh.
That's,
a nice-
I need a swing one because I'm going to be mashing that button. How many races we do?
You know what we need, Pix? We need to now that we have groups of cars this big for the series, we should have an extra bonus point for the biggest mover on a track. Like who gains the most
I like the
positions.
idea. I like the idea.
Like a bonus point for for them.
It's not
Look
too
at that.
late to make it official. We're not even halfway race 1, so let's make that official.
I guess we could. I just don't want to. I don't want people to think that I know Rich Robin guy. I want to give him extra points.
Yeah,
So-
I gotcha. Yeah, that's fine.
Where's he from? Oh, that's Austria, right? Is that what you said? Same place as Florian, right? The two of them. Oh, there's three. There's three Austrians: Benz Varga, Florian Horvath, and Robin Schwingers. I'm looking at the country flag. Well, it has that one where it's like a German flag and a Switzerland
it's-
flag together.
It's Germany, Austria, or Switzerland. This is what it
Oh.
say.
Yeah, that seems super convenient. Oh yeah, he would have
Yes,
put it
it is.
on there. I can check that. I know how to do that. Anyway, man, this has been a pretty busy race, and everyone is kind of laying out that there's little overtakes happening here and there. The leaders are catching some of the back markers, so they're getting through some of those guys, but there's actually no, I guess they're getting close to where the back markers are. Hey, everyone's got their butterflies, right? This is the first race. This is the first time that all of these drivers have been racing around each other in a car. They're all, well, many are clearly comfortable in the car, and many are not. And but in fact, I had somebody message me earlier today, guys, and he says, I'm not sure how good I'm at this car. I said, that's fine, but by the end of the season, you'll have it figured out. And then when we do it again, you'll be ready. Or when you want to go do the official iRacing events, you'll be ready. Speaking of that,
The pro leader
okay.
had a little bit
About
had a contact.
What's that?
The pro leader had a contact with the other car.
A lap car?
I think so.
Well, a car that he was maybe in the process of lapping.
Maybe. Well, that car behind him is not on the lead lap.
Woo!
Oh, this might be where it was. Yep. He's locked it up. Now he's going to let it roll to try to see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow, that was a shot too.
That was a shot. The guy in this car right here. Oh, that's Morgan Smith.
Yeah,
I didn't recognize
Morgan.
the livery there for a second.
and
So-
Morgan just doing his best to try to keep it from going way
Oh,
off.
that was a little
Unfortunately,
laggy, too.
Well, so much momentum out of that corner.
Oh,
Oh, that is just
Wow. Could've been the
extreme
ender.
luck.
that could have ended it.
Yeah, that would have. And as we talked about, the fastest guy doesn't always win, and things like that can happen. So
Well,
we'll
he's
see if he
still
goes
4
in the
seconds
pits.
ahead of P2. So,
Well, no. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah.
That
Did he
might,
go to the pit lane?
He did go to the pit lane, but he took
No,
a
did he
very
look-
wide entrance into the pit lane.
I mean, did he cut the pit lane? He's gonna.
He,
Did he cut the pit lane though? Because if
I
he does,
he might have royally cut the pit lane.
yeah, they're gonna hold him in the pits for like 30 seconds for that.
And
if he
that's-
did.
And that's not something we do. That's the sim itself. There is, when you make certain mistakes in the race, the sim itself will go ahead and penalize you. So you got to be careful out there.
Yep.
And I think he might have got something on this one.
Keep in mind that okay, he's getting tires now. Keep in mind that they do have one fast repair. Every driver gets one fast repair. So when they pull in, they basically get a brand new car. Well, it still has the same level of fuel, same tires. It fixes all the damage on the car. So he is falling way behind now. I could have sworn that he would have been. Yeah, he was in there for 32 seconds. I guess he didn't get a pit exit penalty, or pit entry penalty. Oof! All the way back to 12th. Yikes! If these leaders don't pit the whole race, then yeah, he's in trouble. Now he's going to have to really get a move on if he wants to recover some spots.
Well, he is fast. He does have the speed. I'm interested to see how far up he makes it.
Well, we're 30 minutes into the race, just over the halfway mark. So we'll see where he's at in the next 30 minutes.
And I think most anybody that has come to pit road has probably fixed some damage for the most part, but when it maybe went ahead and took some tires and fuel while they were in there. I haven't really seen anybody like saving fuel or diving in desperation. So at least for the first 30 minutes, they're running looks like without any plans on stopping, at least his first 5 right here.
Yep.
And they are still nose to tail. Wow. He might be one of those top pro-am guys.
He might be.
I'm one of those bottom am guys, so I wish I could run as fast as these guys do.
Well, I mean, you don't get an 8K I rating with the safety rating that Baptiste has by being, an average driver. You've got to have some real, oh boy, this is a replay. We know what happens when it's replay time.
Good things.
Matthew his first time with us. He was supposed to be here for the F4 Cup, but ran into some challenges there. And I guess nothing's... there it is.
Locking up the rears. No, that's a lot of brake bias to the rear. Like you were talking about earlier, if he's getting light in that fuel load, he put all the brakes to the rear and locked up the rear tires. Yep. So now that's
you can go too far to the rear.
Yeah, and that's going to make his car drive fantastic with brakes to the rear and flat spotted tires. So we'll see if he can ride it out for the next 27 minutes.
There you go.
That is frustrating.
It has to be.
Oh,
for sure. Oof.
Wyatt Roberts doing the same thing we saw Morgan Smith do around that corner. Bad news is, you just flat spotted 4 tires. That's not going to make your car handle very good or feel very comfortable for the rest of the race. But it is so much better than hitting the wall.
It is.
So
now,
good news, locking it down.
Just for reference, they don't have flat spotted tires modeled in this game unless it happened in the last update. No. Oh, Alex, what happened there? Who was that in front of him? Was that Robin? Oh, that was Robin Schwangers. Oh, there we go. There's room left.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yep. That was it. Oh, okay, maybe. Oof. That was
just got to
rough.
give him a little more room. Room.
Robin, what a bummer. Well, there's a lot that happens in racing.
Something happened to close.
Somebody's trying to get around. That's Rory making a move up into second place.
Ooh.
Wow.
Rory.
Wow.
So overall, I mean, Tobias Sek right now has kept his nose clean, kept it on track. Duna in your Pro-Am class has kept his nose clean, stayed out front. But Sione with the fastest lap, I think he's right behind him. I think they're pretty close together. And it looks like Fleming in our Am class is still out front with the fastest lap as well. So 3 Am leaders. Oh,
but look at the overall on track.
Somebody just went around.
Two of the top 3, only one of them's actually a pro driver.
Okay.
Andre and Sione are in. Andre Duna and Sione are in, or Lorenzo, I guess. They're pro-ams and they're up at the top. I mean, when the leaders have issues, it gives room for everybody.
Okay. They call it stealing a race, and I'll take one any way I can get it.
Oh, you know what? There was something to be. There was something that I was mentioning to the drivers a week ago, and I forgot to mention it during the driver briefing, and I'm kind of feeling like a dummy for not mentioning it. But we are absolutely keeping a very close eye on the number of incident points that drivers are getting this season. Because I forgot to mention it to them in the driver briefing, I probably won't do that for this particular round. But we are looking at incident points that people are getting during a round, and that could affect their class. It could affect race outcomes. But since I forgot to mention it to them in the driver briefing while everyone was on track, I think I'm going to let it slide this round. But
call it a test race.
Close eye on it. Well, we did a test race last weekend. There
Well, I
just
know,
wasn't this many people there.
but you forgot. Yeah, you forgot to mention it, and it's the first race, so we'll sort of apply it. Not maybe, if needed, hand out some warnings or something. But at least there'll be awareness to the drivers for the next round. Going in ahead of time, they know they'll have a week to prepare. New track, same car.
Yep. Well, different track, same car. Yep, I'm with you.
Well,
I've
I
gotta
like that
get
idea.
sorted out.
Yeah, you can't
All
be
right.
like, well, I know we're 40 minutes in, but here's how we're going to do it. So,
Yeah.
I like that idea. And you know what? It gives everybody, if they were one of those drivers, a moment of going, hey, I got away with one there. So, hey, everybody gets a mulligan.
Yep. Well, the idea is that one of the reasons is we want the racing to be cleaner, and we want people to treat them a little bit more like the official iRacing events do, where those incident points really affect your safety rating and your iRating. If you get bunches of them, it shows that you're not a very clean or safe driver, right? By cutting the course or running into things or people or other cars, right? There's no people on the track unless they dive up through one of the Marshall stands. But we want them to be thinking about that when they're racing, not just throwing the car anywhere they want because there's no consequence for it. So I will bring that back up. I made myself a little post-it note to remind myself to tell everybody about that. What happened to Jordan's car? Did you see the back, or is that David's that had all the damage on the back? Is that who we were just looking at? No, it was Jordan's car.
It was Jordan.
The whole back end of it looked like somebody just smushed it.
We do know Jordan likes to explore a lot of the track on occasion. So you might have the Grinch gloves on again. He's out of season, but
Well, David Griffin is currently running 4th in his class. Not too bad for the start of the race in the Pro-Am class.
Now, he does have fresher tires than a lot of the drivers out there. Probably took on a little more fuel so he can run a little harder. Had an incident early in the race, was able to make repair. I think he had the fast repair, so he didn't lose a lot of time in that on pit road. So he might have a little quicker pace than some of these guys toward the back half of the 20 minutes of this race.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes for them. Look at this.
Somebody just went off in the camera view there.
That's Nicholas Gomez right there.
Whoa, locking it up.
Yeah, he locked that front right. It's like, hey, and I can't turn.
If there's a corner that's probably going to be your worst enemy on, is that one. And going up the hill, coming into the chicane. There's got to be the 2 spots where it's going to lighten the front of that car.
Whoa, nice. Tight racing through there. I forget what they call that corner. It has a name. The chicane. I just can't remember what it's called. But that one is a tough one to get through sometimes.
The chicane I hate.
The chicane I hate. That's what we're gonna call it.
Chicane I hate. I can't stand that one. I don't know what it is about that one. If I don't hit enough curb, I'm just not gonna make it.
Oh, someone just locked up in front of all these guys.
Yep.
Looks like they got through it okay. It looked like it was one of the high pre cars out there.
Now, you said they might not model the flat spotting of the tire, but I got to assume if you're locking it up, it's not helping your tire wear.
Well, that's correct. Yeah. You build
so there's still a way. There's still a way it's going to model it. In their way.
You're just not going to feel the thump.
Yeah.
Flat spot hits.
You start modeling that, you'll see guys come in the pits real quick.
You start modeling that, and you're going to see everybody lagging everywhere while every car is trying to put that together. Our computers have enough work to do to make it look like this and drive well, let alone figuring that part out.
I just want to see somebody sitting in the rig while it's shaking. And oh, those brakes. Everybody's
he got a little
front end.
Yep, he got a little bit loose there on the brakes.
Pascal Vale. That's what I'm going with. Vale.
Well, we'll have to ask him.
It's like Christian Bale, but with a V.
Podium. So we can talk to you.
Right? You have to get on the podium so Fry can get your name right.
So as a reminder for the folks at home, there is an award for this particular series that's being provided by Luke Manske, and that is that the winner, the overall winner in the pro class, is going to win a seat to race in the official iRacing Porsche Esports Supercup, the Tag Heuer one. So they're gonna, I shouldn't say to race to get to the qualifiers with the Luke Manske Racing Team. So the pro winner will get to run with the Luke Manske Racing Team. He's going to pay for all of the fees, and he's going to provide all the support and everything to the driver, so that they can run the qualifiers and try to qualify for the official Tag Heuer event. So that's pretty cool, people. So there's a lot to fight for in 9 rounds with 1 drop round, mind you. So some of the drivers that may have a race will get to drop that and get that out of the way. So that'll be fun. There's also another award, but we're not going to be announcing what that is yet, because we're still sorting that out. However, from GT Champions, the winner of each class will get one of the winner's coins. So Luke Manske is going to be offering up a prize from the Luke Manske Racing and Performance. And of course, as always, the winners of our events get a GT Champions winner coin. Till has one of those. Rory O'Shea, right here, he just got one for the Formula 4 event we just finished. So he's got one. I don't know if he actually got it in his hands yet. I mean, I did send it. So, and you know what? I ran into the same thing shipping it to him that I did shipping it to Germany, where it said you can't send coins. Remember that whole mess? And so I ran into the same problem trying to ship it to Ireland.
Yeah,
like, people, it's not money.
You
this
have to start sending
metal.
it as a medal. Oh,
that's the thing, that it's not an option. So I just sent it as a toy. That's what I call it, a toy. We all know it's not a toy. So, uh-oh. What happened to Nate Kurtzman?
Oh, Kurtzman was having a great race, too.
Yeah, he was doing all right.
Started last, kept his nose clean, and just started going through the field one by one.
Yep. Well, he's actually the last car on the track running right now, because Robin Schwangers was, I think he's out of the race. So we've lost 5 cars now. Yeah, we've lost 5 drivers so far.
did you make
Look at
that
that
livery?
livery.
Did you make that livery?
I did make.
Nice.
I did make that livery, and then one of the guys was like, "I don't know how to make liveries. Do you guys have anything?" I'm like, "You know what? I got this thing I made."
Okay.
And I like it with the blue wheels much better than the gold wheels.
Okay,
I had
yeah.
on it. That looked so much better, but
I'd
Yeah.
go with the black wheels myself.
it looked weird with the black wheels. It really did. Oh. Alexander said to me, "I'm not fast." I said, "Okay, well, get faster then." Period.
That is my favorite line in the world is, "I can't reach this one time. I keep trying to reach this time." I'm like, well, have you tried driving faster? It usually works.
It usually works.
Wow.
It-
Sione.
Interesting. Okay.
So just probably, I'm assuming tires. I don't think maybe the fuel is going to be too much of an issue, but Sione comes in to get tires, I'm assuming, and is now back in 12th place, still second in class, but all the way in 12th. Man, getting these cars to run a full hour with no stop seems to be a little more of a challenge than I think some people thought.
Maybe he had some damage that he needed to fix.
Yep,
Maybe we
and also
didn't see
fixing the
him.
damage. What this series reminds me of a lot of, if you've watched the Trans Am series, they have a qualifier, but you have to run whatever tires you qualify on, you have to run in the race. So, you kind of want to go out and do a fast lap, but you kind of don't want to do like 8 fast laps or trying to get, use 8 laps to get to that fast lap. But, usually the only time they pit is, something's wrong with the car, crash, or, they had to change tires, ran over something, things like that. But you see, it really puts an emphasis on saving your stuff, not making any mistakes. Wow, what was that?
Yeah, what was that? Who was that? Alexander Teicht? Oh, was that? Oh, okay. I was
We
gonna
got,
say
I don't know,
the leader,
3
not the
wide
leader.
going into there. And then,
Oh, someone just cut his nose off right into him. Wow. Did you see that, Till? What? Why is Chris mentioning Till's name? Oh, yeah, just cut right into him. Wow. These are kind of
yes,
things. This is where drivers start getting the red mist, right? They're racing, and then somebody else causes it. Like people are, if they cause their own damage and they do their own stupid thing that gets them to lose spots or to crash, they can only blame themselves. But if a driver has someone else to yell at or be mad at, then
they
oof,
usually do.
wow. Baptiste was he's wow. That
That was
was a little much. I think somebody's a
yeah.
little impatient trying to get back to the front. My goodness. Well, these guys all have to learn how to race around each other. Oh, here's the
That
spot.
is,
Oh, this is not for position.
that is
But
correct. That's the way to let somebody go right there. If you don't want any contact, just go, leave me alone. But when you're racing for position, the guy has every right to hold that position and just frustrate
Andre
you
Duna behind him.
as much as they can.
Yeah, it sure is. Look at that. Andre Duna is running in the podium places. So keep in mind, folks, we are interviewing the podium finishers in the pro class and the winner of the pro-am class. But what do we do if the pro-am, if a pro-am leader is sitting on the podium? Do we not let the third pro guy in? I guess not, right? Well, yeah, that's still true. And that would be Jonathan Schwartz by the look of things. We've got
And currently,
10 minutes
Mr.
left.
Rory O'Shea has worked his way into second place. I think he started about 5th or 6th overall. So we are seeing one of our fast guys we know of his domination from the F4 series. But
Yeah, so clearly he has
it's
this
always
car
fun when
kind
they
of
all race
out
together.
He knows how to drive one of these too, not just
I
open
know.
wheel cars.
It's just, but now all the fast guys. I mean, there's 21 of them or so out there, and we're looking at our top 5 through the whole race, right there, almost nose to tail. I can't wait. We talk about it for every series. The longer we run, everyone runs together. They get used to each other. They start picking up their momentum. The competition level grows, and by the end of the series, you're going to see like the top 15 just nose to tail all the time. Especially with some of the drivers, unfortunately, that couldn't make it today. We're going to see them come back for other races in the schedule. So we have more drivers. I mean, there's so many more drivers that are going to be here. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that could be crazy. I noticed that we've got a few drivers in the pits. Michael Cook went into the pits. Alexander Teicht, Morgan Smith are in the pits. So I think there's a few drivers that either they weren't able to conserve their fuel, or maybe they just needed tire. I don't know. Like I said, every driver gets to do whatever they want out here.
Yeah.
Well,
M&M
not
car is
other
back.
drivers.
What's great?
That's Michael Piccanini.
What's great is that we don't know. We have no idea, and we're going to find out once we talk to everybody and then go from there, which is kind of good. And there's the damage car right in front of him. That is Jordan Navarro with a giant dent in the back of the car.
Yep.
That
guys,
just gives it style.
I was really nervous about this particular race. Oh, that's a lot of blinking.
Whoa.
Who was that?
That was a little.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Gomez blinking.
Oh, and he still can't get the car
He's
straightened
doing
out.
donuts back there. I don't think he's doing donuts out of joy.
I was gonna say I don't think he's doing victory donuts. I think he's just trying to get the car to go. Remember, there's no traction control. You got to be easy on that throttle. Get the
And
car
it's
back around.
and when you're blinking, the other guy, I mean, he doesn't know you're there. He can't see you. So I think Gomez was getting a little aggressive trying to go on the inside of that pass, but he was just blinking too much for the other guy to see him.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Oh, pit stop. For close. Is that
Sorry.
close or Cup?
It popped right in my head.
I need a whole bunch of new sound effects for this new series. I'm going to need a pit stop, and I'm going to need a swing.
Yep, and you need a Porsche one to keep me in check. Wow, a lot of blinking there on Nicholas. That's for sure. I made a note of it to take a look at that with him.
That is some ghost mode right there.
Now, is that happening for everybody else or just for us?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Gomez is the only one I've seen. I saw a couple blinks here and there, but nothing like that. I always, you always got to chalk it up to a sim a little. Oh, there's a big crash right there. Look at that.
Wow. Oh, way off in the distance. You're right. That was Tobias. Yeah, that was Tobias. What happened with Tobias? No. Oh, did he get too much damage? Yeah, he jumped to the pits. Oh, what happened there? Oh, we'll find out here in a second. Please be. Oh, no. Who was that? Was that Andre?
No, that's Duna's in the pro-am.
Oh, and then then they pushed him?
Oh.
Wow. Who was that though? I can't see who that was. Is that Gavin?
Well, it looks like. I mean, it looked like Tobias came from a good ways back to kind of go in there. I don't think he saw him, but that was definitely a retaliation.
I don't know if it was definitely retaliation, but it feels like we're gonna go back here. So that was for. Wait a minute, Gavin's a pro driver, right? Or no? He is. Oh. That he just turned right in, and then he was going slow, and so then Gavin just pushed him. I don't know what happened there. What was that all about? Well, we're gonna have Till will get to let us know if that's something that we need to deal with.
So now we more than likely have a new overall leader and new pro leader. Yeah. It's Mr. Rory O'Shea. This guy has never won a race. We've never seen him do it. Jonathan Schwartz right behind him, also fast. Cobb in third.
Hey, that's a high pre 1-2 right now on the track. Jonathan isn't? Oh, never mind. I forgot.
He has the black livery on his car with no indication whatsoever.
Oh, that's right. There's no team indication there. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, number one motorsports, Jonathan Schwartz. Okay, so
he needs like a number one on the hood or something.
And then Austin Cobb running in third on the track. Not too bad. And where's Andre Duna? Did he pit or something? Oh, he's all the way back in 8th now.
He did pit, yeah.
He did pit, you're right.
Anthony
Lamar in the top 5.
Top 7 right now have not stopped. Anyone from 8th down has either made a pit stop or is just running toward the back. What's crazy, though, is our 2 Pro-Am leaders are both made a pit stop, but Horvath in 3rd has not made a pit stop.
Interesting.
That ain't making no sense. And in the AM class, Fleming has not made a stop. Hatton has made a stop, but Manske has not made a stop.
There's so much happening with this, folks. Keeping an eye on it is so difficult sometimes. We need three broadcasters that are just staring at one one class each.
And again, there's a good gap in the track where there's no cars. Other than that, there are just cars everywhere.
Yep. I think that the final sector of the track, it's going to be close. I was going to say the final sector is only going to have one car in it at a time until 8th place gets there. Then it's a whole crew of them. But yeah, it's definitely spread out. TJ's running in 6th. Okay. Wow, we got a lot of heavy hitters on the track today. This is going to be an exciting series. If any of this is any indication of how the series is going to go, and it isn't, but if it is, it's going to be just a battle for. Wow, that blinking.
He just parked himself.
I was going to say just parked himself.
That was way too aggressive going in there. He is blinking. We are down on the last couple laps.
Yeah, well, I guess we could let him finish the last lap as long as he doesn't take somebody out. But I will have a
getting out of the way
about that.
Yeah, Rory is going to do his best to hang on to this car. We've seen him do a little pond jumping. It's just...
Look at that. I'm not saying he was handed the win, but I mean, he drove his way all the way back up. Rory's gained 10 spots in the race. He gained 2 of them just in the last 20 minutes due to something with one thing. Oh, not 20 minutes, but the 2 leaders having their incidents. So that helps.
Jordan looking for a pass.
22 spots or 12 spots. But look at this. Alex Carver, the number 79 car. He's 13th place on the track right now. Guess how many positions he's gained, people? 22 positions he's gained. More than half the field from when he started this race. Nice job, Alex Carver.
I think you deserve a bonus point for that.
I think so too. I think that would be great. Like if you can do that. Although if you don't want people sandbagging their qualifier so that they can try to pass a bunch of people and they get the most.
Well, I think with a series like this, it's just 1 point, and unless you're gonna pit, or there's a strategy or a way you can go from the back to the front, I don't think this is a good series to try to sandbag to get 1 point. It's worth staying up front and qualifying up front and not being back here where all the melee happens. So yeah, I think it'll police itself.
Nicholas Gomez went into the pits, so I think he realized he was blinking, and maybe he's gonna finish the race off in there, or maybe he had damage.
Time is up. They are coming to the line. O'Shea is coming to the line. Got Schwartz all over him for the last half of the race. I think coming down the hill now into the final. This is pretty much, if he's got anything, he's going to have to do something in this chicane or get a better exit out of the chicane coming into the last corner. Rory's probably going to dive this thing in here as hard as he can. If you've got any tires left, use them up now. Hop the curb as always.
Oh, Jonathan Schwartz gains.
Schwartz does get the run.
John's going to get a better run. Block the block. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's a drag race to the line. Oh, Rory's going to have it. There it is. Woo! That was close. That was down the last lap, Peebles. Both of those drivers gained more than 10 spots during the race.
Cobb in third.
Is going to come home in third. Nice job.
Mr. Vale.
Where is Andre? Has he not come across yet? Oh, there he goes. He's your Pro-Am winner. Wow, that was
a fun race.
Appreciate it, bud. Yeah, it was. This was our first one with all these drivers mixed in together. It took a little bit out of us, but it's going to get better as we go. I think it was Luke Manske and David Griffin. Oh.
I think David Griffin is not going to want to come back to this track.
Oh he just lost his
I
spot
think,
there.
yeah, I think Jarmo gained a spot on that one. He's in danger of losing another one right behind him. He's got to get to the line.
Yep. Jarmo gets a top 5. Look at that. Woo. That was some kind of crazy racing, guys. Has Fleming come across yet? Where is he?
No, he still has not
There he
come
is. That's our
across.
AM leader right there. He's got one more set of turns to get through, the final chicane and the final turn. And that will
And
be our winner of the AM class. Nice looking car, too.
He and Manske have not come across yet.
This guy is? Oh, okay. That's cool. So he's a high pre driver. He just needs to have a high pre livery on there.
And he'll be faster.
There you
Exactly.
and he'll be faster too. Nice job, Mr. Fleming. And Luke Manske got the 3rd spot, got the podium finish in the AM class. He was not expecting that because I remember talking to him. He's like, I don't know, guys. Yeah, let's go find I'm gonna go find us some drivers to talk to. I'll be right back, folks.
Rory O'Shea taking home the win. That was an interesting race to see how you just maybe keep your nose clean and keep it moving. Because I think we had a few incidences that people didn't expect. Our top guy who had the fastest time qualifying doesn't win the race. So anything can happen in a race. At least Rory O'Shea will be your winner. Jonathan Schwartz in 2nd. Austin Cobb in 3rd. Pascal Vale in 4th. In 5th.
Wow, what's going on with you? Your voice sounds crazy, man. Crazy.
I don't know. Am I robotic or something?
Oh yeah, tell you what, I'll handle this one. I'll handle this.
Now you're going
Rory O'Shea, Jonathan Schwartz, and Austin Cobb are your 1, 2, 3 for the pro class, with Pascal and Tim Connolly coming in your top 5, and then you got Anthony, Leon, Andre, Lorenzo, and Florian, who finished off the top 10 on the track, but in their classes, it's a little different story. Matthew, Jarmo, David, Alex, Patrick, Nicholas, there he is back in 16th, Jordan Navarro in 17th, Steve Susanna, who's been around forever, along with Michael Piccanini, are 18th and 19th, newcomer Gamby in 20th. So we've got, that's half the field. Baptiste comes home, was leading this race in 1st place, comes home in 21st after pretty bad spin and on the about halfway through the race. Martin's Sprux, that's a fun one to say, 22nd. Jamie Fleming, 23rd. Rafael Rodriguez, Nick De La Rosa, 24th and 5th. And then Wyatt, Matthew, Luke, Alexander, and Gavin up to your 30th place. And we got a few more in there. We still got 11 more drivers to talk about. Well, there they are. I'll try to get through them.
Morgan Tobias, Michael.
Alexander, Nate, Valentin, Robin, Pierre, Frank, and Steve, and Bence Varga. Those last few, they won't be.
Yes,
this
it can kind of wear on you a little bit. It turned me into a robot. You see what it did to me?
I do. Well, let's see. Who is our? I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in all of our folks here. I'm trying to remember. So who was our AM winner? Who was that again? Picked.
I think I am. I suppose.
Jamie Fleming. All right. Let's see. Did I get him in here? I didn't. I need to get him in here. I will get him in here and get him into this. We'll talk to him if I can get him in here quick enough. Our Pro-Am winner, I believe, was it Andre? Andre Duna. Okay, awesome. All right. Hey, Andre.
Hi guys.
Hey, man. So I guess you're not too bad in these cars and you're just as good here as you are in those open wheel cars, man.
I think I'm a bit more comfortable in open wheelers, than here. But I think it's not too bad.
Yeah. Well, what'd you think of the race? That was a lot of cars, man.
Yeah, that was pretty tough. Well, I didn't calculate the fuel well enough. I needed like 8 more liters or something.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was wondering if people are going to be able to no stop this race, and some people did. And
Yeah,
so,
that was like my intention, like the before starting the race to do like no stops, but it wasn't. I wasn't fortunate enough.
gotcha. Well, man, you won a pro-am. You run the pro-am spot there in your class. That's nice. Good way to start the series off. Yeah, can't ask
Yeah,
for better than that.
thanks.
Congratulations. Any shout outs before we talk to our next
Well,
person?
I want to thank my team and my teammates, and like that's all.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, congratulations, man. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back to Mr. Jamie Fleming, our newcomer here at GT Champions. Gains 2 spots overall in the AM class and comes home as the AM winner. Way to go, man. Good job.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
All
Bit of
right,
carnage at
so
the start there, but
yeah, you got through it.
yeah,
Sort
well,
of.
I got spun around at the start there, but I'm not sure if that was my fault. I'll have to go back and have a look at the replay. But no, it was good fun.
Yeah. So you know what? You'll probably even do. I mean, you can't do better than first place in your class, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true, I guess. There's only
which-
4 of us, but no, it was good.
Well, once you get the high pre livery on your car, then you can actually go faster. That's what Pix was saying. Awesome. Well, other than the spin, how did you like the car, the track, the setup? You know, how'd you like it all?
Yeah, yeah, it was good. First time racing this track. I got it last week, and I've only sort of been in this for the last probably 6 months, so still got a G29 set up. So yeah,
There's plenty of
just
people
getting
with
the hang of it.
G29s, man. It's all good.
No, it's good. So
Yeah, well, that's fun, man. That's a good way to start off the season. Is having a first place finish in your class. That gets you one step closer to that winner's coin when the time comes around, buddy.
that's right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Nope.
you guys for putting all this on.
Hey, no problem, man. Congrats.
No, thanks.
Oh,
No, that's
Jamie was the
fine,
one
man.
doing
Yeah.
all those. Okay.
Oh, I put one up. So yeah.
Yeah,
We're
we
in
always
Australia,
appreciate
so
drivers.
it's 4 o'clock in the morning or something. So,
Oh yeah, I just realized I was like, we don't usually have too many Australians here this
no,
time of
it's
day. Yep.
4:30 in the morning. So
You're crazy, man. You're crazy. Oh
no,
man.
thanks.
Well, anyway, congratulations, dude. Good job.
No, thanks. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, that was Jamie Fleming, our AM leader. We've talked to Andre Duna, our pro AM leader. Now we're going to go to our third place finisher, Austin Cobb, who is here. Let's see, where are you at, Austin? You there, bud?
Yeah, I'm right here. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's it's going pretty well, I suppose.
Yeah, that was a race, and you did it, and you came home on the podium. There was some incidents up ahead of you that that helped, but looked like you gained a few spots during the race. Yeah, you started in 4th.
Yeah, I
Right?
started in
Yeah.
4th and got mugged on the start. We were like 3 wide. It was my fault. I didn't completely defend to the white line, so I left the car width, and somebody took it, and we kind of banged doors. There wasn't any damage, but after that, I think I was settling in around 6th. I took a slowdown in the chicane, and we were just kind of finding our groove, and around lap 20 everything started to kick off. I just saw like I was gaining positions. I didn't have a good view of what was happening, but I knew that some of the leaders were having some issues, and I was picking up spots. But yeah, I got rear-ended into one pretty hard on lap 20, and it gave me some damage. I wasn't sure how bad it was affecting me, but Pascal, he was relentless on the pursuit. We were going side by side through most of the corners for the next couple laps, and then finally he locked it up going into hairpin, and there was some contact. And from that point, I think it was like lap 23 or so, I had 16x, so I had to back off like a lot to try to avoid a drive through. But overall, yeah, it was fun. There were a lot of phases of the race. I thought maybe it was going to be a chill race, and then I had to defend for my life.
Yeah, there was something I forgot to mention to all of the drivers, and so I'll be mentioning it later. But I might as well tell everybody that's listening while you guys are in here is we and we won't be doing it for this round, because I forgot to tell everybody. Although I mentioned it in the info channel in Discord, but we will be keeping an eye on incident points per race, and those incident points could play a role in people's promotion or demotion to a lower class, or I should say demotion to a lower class. We're trying to make people treat this as more kind of as an iRacing official type of race, where your rating gets affected by 30 off tracks, that kind of thing. But nothing's in stone yet, so just keep that in mind. So that was a good mindset that you saw that you had one more to go. You did not want that black flag, so yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I was picking up off tracks here and there, but then I got 8x over the course of 2 laps, which that was kind of scaring me. But yeah, it was good. Our team had a very good run up to this one. We did a lot of practice together, so shout out to Alex Carver, shout out to Matthew Mai, who finished 4th in Pro-Am, which is awesome, and then shout out to Wyatt Roberts in the Pro-Am. We had a lot of fun prepping for this.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're on you're on Adrenaline Motorsports, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, good. I'm glad you had a good race, man. Congratulations. And any shout outs? Oh, I guess you just did your shout outs, so never mind.
I beat you to it.
They beat me to it. Good, man. Congratulations, dude. Good job.
Of course, thank you.
You bet. Jonathan Schwartz. He comes in second, gains 12 spots on the day. Congratulations there, Jonathan.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, how'd it go?
Oh my god, what a freaking roller coaster of a race. First of all, I mean, I had no idea what to expect based on practice times. I mean, I felt like I was so far behind the 8 ball. I was like outside the top 10 in terms of pace. Then I had a top 5 qualifying lap, but I was going. Then I got a 1x, and I had to go back to my first lap, which was absolute garbage. So started way further back than I would have liked, and almost spinned it on lap 1. Don't know if you saw the replay at all, but almost spun. I had to do full counter steer, anti-lock out of the chicane. Thought the race was over, honestly. I was like, if I spin out at this point, gonna be so far behind all the traffic while everyone's bunched up, and don't know how the heck I saved the car. So I was just happy I had a chance to go on from there, and I thought the race was almost over. So yeah, happy to have survived lap 1, honestly. Then I think I had an awesome battle with David early on, really close in the middle sector. We were being really aggressive, giving each other like as little room as possible, but nice respect there, just rubbing fenders a little bit and just trying my best to close the gap up to the top guys. I mean, I saw the leader was just absolutely gone, but then I saw some mistakes, some underfueling, and then unfortunately the incident with lap traffic. And just trying to close up on Rory best I could. I do apologize to Austin, though. I think there was an instant where I sent it into turn 1 and gave him a 4x. I thought I might spin him out there, so apologies to that. Glad he managed to save it. But yeah, it was just had to find your opportunities to be able to go for moves, and turn 1 seemed to be the best one. So at the very end, Rory, I felt like he had burned his tires up a bit more than I had, but unfortunately only had 1x to spare. So I was like, even if I send it, I just feel like I couldn't risk the 4x. So I was a little more conservative, would have liked to give it everything, but he did a great job defending nonetheless. So yeah, happy to get old hype-free buddies, a 1-2. So yeah, definitely a unexpected way to start the season based on how how embarrassing practice was.
Well, I think the reason why you got so lucky is you're running my number on your car. So I'm allowing you to run my number 24 for this series because I'm not racing in it. And that's what got it for you. So just do good by me, man. That's all I ask. Do me
Oh yeah,
proud.
So thanks for all the good luck. Yeah, appreciate it. It's also my pick for the 500. So let's go William Byron.
There you go. Awesome. Congratulations, man. Good job.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Rory, I don't think you've ever heard this before. Rory, big man on campus today. Way to go, dude.
Yeah, I think, as he might say, I backed into that one a little bit. I think I don't know how I won that, to be honest. I think
Well,
a lot
I
of
can
things
tell
went
you
my
two
way,
reasons
but
why you won it, but
yeah.
the rest of it's all your driving, man. You gained 10 spots from the start of the race, so that helps, right?
does.
So
But
there you go.
I think so. Like, it's just like Jonah, my practice pace was pretty poor. I think I qualified 11th or 12th or something, and just as the race kept going, people kept dropping off in front of me, and all of a sudden I was in first. And I don't really know how. Looking back, I'll have to go back and look at the replay to see what happened to everyone else around me, because I think I only made maybe 2 on-track passes. So I think maybe just keeping it clean. I only had like 10 incident points, so I could afford to push it a little bit more compared to the other lads as well. So yeah, no, really happy with that actually.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest parts of winning a race is being one of the cars that doesn't crash, right? So you did that just fine. So you just took advantage of the incidents ahead of you, and being in the right place at the right time is a whole lot of car racing right there. It's just having your car in the right place when it needs to be, right? So, and you did it. Awesome, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. 60-minute race, so it was never going to be, pushing. You have to be smart about it,
Yep. How did you like the opportunity to do whatever you wanted with your pit strategies, taking tires, or pitting or not pitting? We kind of wanted to make this a driver's series so that the driver can choose what they want to do on track instead of doing something that's going to force a pit stop. And I could see that lots of cars had to, but you didn't.
No, it was something I looked at before the race. Maybe would it be worth under fueling towards the start and then coming in and doing a stop? But I decided to just put in about 90 liters of fuel, and that was enough to just about get me to the end, because I felt like making a pit stop wasn't really worth it because the tires kind of kept fairly good for most of it.
Yep. Awesome, dude. Well, congratulations, man. That's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
So any shout outs before we let you go and spray champagne all over your dog or your cat or your significant other or yourself?
Just to you guys for putting on the series. Really looking forward to this new championship, especially after the last one was so fun. And High Pre as well for the sport and the lovely livery for this year as well.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Again, congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll let you all take off, and we're gonna close up shop here for GT Champions first round of the Luke Manske Racing and Performance Porsche Cup. We finally got it underway. We've been anticipating this one for a while. I was really hoping that we might get Luke in here. We'll have to get him in here after the next round, and so we can talk to him and kind of see how things are going. So go check them out on their socials. You can see them right there at the bottom of your screen. These guys have a lot of cool stuff going on, especially with their real life motorsport stuff. So go take a look at them. Go figure out, does this work for you? And if you're up in the Midwest, in the Wisconsin area, then go hit them up in Discord and say, hey, let me come check out your stuff. Let me go check out your shop. I'm sure he'd love to have you come and visit. So thanks, Luke Manske from Luke Manske Racing and Performance. Good job. Whew. Fry, what'd you think?
About a mouthful, wasn't it? All right, now you have to do the grid. I'm gonna make you do the grid next time.
Okay, as long as you're ready to do the driver's meeting, which you can't do because you don't have the stuff to do it. So,
Exactly.
you got to keep doing it. That was a good race, man. Nürburgring GP. That was a great place to start the race out. Next weekend, folks, we're going to be at Silverstone. Many of the drivers have not driven that track, I'm sure.
And
that
we
one
haven't
is
had
a long track.
we haven't had a series that I remember us doing that. So I don't think any of our drivers that have been with us the last few seasons have even seen it either. So this
Yep.
might be interesting for everyone.
Yeah, Silverstone has not ever been on the calendar in any of the races that we have done. This will be the first one, so it'll be interesting to see. It's got a lot of really wide parts of the track. There are some places where the fastest way through is in a single line, but there's plenty of room on this race course for side-by-side racing, so it should make things pretty interesting for that race. So folks, make sure you subscribe, like this post if you don't mind, and share it if you can, and hit the little bell so that you remember when we're going to be coming on, and you'll be able to see us next time. We'll be back here the same time next weekend to bring you Silverstone, and we'll see if these winners from today can repeat it again next week. Should be a lot of fun. Whew. There's a lot going on, man. You know what? I tell you that these guys at Origin Micro sure have helped us a lot by being our global sponsor. So Don Doney out there, President of Origin Micro, thank you for all that you do. And folks, go check them out. At the very least, go hit their website, go take a look at some of the stuff they've got, some of the stuff that they do. They're a great company to work with. If you're in the IT world, go check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff there. And when you think you can find it cheaper on Amazon, you don't when you talk to these guys. They have the ways to get it done. So go check them out at originmicro.com. Tell them GT Champions sent you. Let them know that their sponsorship with us is helping them out. He knows he's not probably going to make a lot of money, if anything, on these things, but he sure does love the opportunity to be a part of something like this. So it's a lot of fun to see people outside of the sim racing community catch the fever for it, right? Or catch the bug, I guess is whatever you want to call it. So again, thanks Origin Micro, good job, and thanks Luke, from Luke Manske, and wow, that was fun. Picks, we did it. Our first one's done. We've been talking about this thing for a month and a half, trying to get this thing put together, man. Right?
Yeah, so happy to have everyone racing in this one. 42, 43 cars?
41.
Yeah, that
41 started and 36 finished.
Yeah, so happy to have everyone here with us. This was so much fun.
Yeah, great job to all the drivers that have come. Till, we didn't hear a lot from Till during the race because I guarantee you he was keeping busy.
Yeah,
looking at plenty of cars going around. That was something else. So Till, was the racing looking pretty good for you? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I would say a lot of stuff happens.
We have to have the pessimist, right? There has to be a pessimist in the group.
He's still on lap 5. He hadn't even made it to the end yet. He's still on lap 5.
Yeah, he's still watching it.
It's over now? What?
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks Till for keeping an eye on things and trying to review things that we see or don't see. So appreciate you on that one. Fry, appreciate you, man. That was fun. That was a really busy first couple opening laps. I feel like we needed to send you an oxygen tank or something for the future races.
Pretty much, yeah. You're just gonna hear as he comes out of turn 1. Yeah.
He died. Yep, folks. So later today. Before we take off out of here, later today, NV Sim Sports, who we broadcast their sprint series on Friday nights, they're doing a 3 hours Bathurst race today, which starts in about an hour and 20 minutes. And your buddy Fry here, he is going to be doing the commentary for that, and Pix will be doing it, and we'll be broadcasting it here on our YouTube channel. So go hit the little bell on that one so you can remember when or know when we go live with it. It's going to be a lot of fun. 3 hours of Bathurst, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you can come and watch that and enjoy the show. I may try to sneak in there sometime during the event. So I may just pop in.
And I get to talk for 3 hours, so I'm going to need that oxygen tank and some bologna sandwiches.
Bologna sandwiches. Give him something with cheese and tomatoes. He's going to need the extra energy. So awesome. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Pix, Fry, Till, and Eton, of course, as always. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out with us. Like, subscribe, and share. See you guys in an hour and 20 minutes who wants to watch the 3-hour race, and we'll see you next weekend for round 2 from Silverstone. Have a good one, everybody.
Everyone, bye.
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 Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a 5th grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.